Okay, so today we're working on the 55. We got her jacked up. We're going to pull the control arms out. Here's new control arm bushings. Maybe should have went with polyurethane, but I just went with the old Moogs. I don't know. They lasted for that many years. I'll be dead by hopefully the time they don't gotta be changed again. You can see, I guess just showing the other video there, they're kind of falling apart. This one's pushed out badly. They were squeaking really bad. I had the bright idea to put some silicone spray in there to try to kind of quiet it down, but then it really made them work actually how they're supposed to work, and that's kind of caused some of the problems. So anyway, so we'll pull the control arms off. I have new ball joints, the control arms, got the bushings. The springs should be here tomorrow or Monday. Shocks are coming. I'm going to just change the tires. It had a new idler arm changed. It looks good. I think I'm just going to change it anyways. That way everything's brand new. I'll put new tie rods in it. And yeah, that way it... this side had no shims on it. The other side's shim fairly heavily. So long as we kind of put the shims back, it'll put us near to where we're going to be. Somebody put in the comments about showing how to put the small block in here, or the 4.8. We didn't do it. Actually, Brent from Half Ass did this car. I bought it off him several years ago. But he had the mounts here. You can kind of see. I don't know how Derek's going to get this because it's shitty sunlight right here. You can see they're just... as far as I know, they look like a factory bought kit. I'm assuming he bought a factory kit. We can show later on the block there what the mounts look like on the block. But yeah, that's just basically the engine mounts there. When we get some more shit cleaned up, we'll kind of show the tranny mount. There's nothing special there, but the only thing he had issues with is that the oil pan is tucking really tight to that center link. Like I can't probably hardly get my hand in there. Like it's tight in there. But you can see even back in the firewall here, I think the dent happened when I pushed the motor up because it actually ripped the motor mount as well. But it, the motor's tight in here. I mean, there's no two ways about it. But yeah, so we'll get on pulling this guy apart today here, and I got to go to work in a bit here. These guys are gonna stay on this today, but yeah. At least on this, the lower ball joints have been changed. The uppers have never been changed. They're still factory riveted. If I was really ambitious, I do actually have a riveting jig to rivet them in because we've done them from time to time at work. I'm just going to bolt the damn things in. But Chris has to bolt them in. It's far easier than trying to rivet them in.
Yeah.
Well, the guy, we did a guy was doing a couple of fancy cars from the 60s and wanted factory correct restorations. So we made a rivet jig up for riveting ball joints in. But yeah, bolts are just as good. But yeah, we'll start taking this thing apart.
Shocks come first, and then I guess pop the ball joints, and then spring.
I'm curious if the springs have been cut or heated, because they're supposed to be 16 3/8, like uncompressed. I'm curious what actually I measure up.
Well, we'll find out. Okay, shocks. Hey, Derek just got took that off, and the shock just fell right down. So that's not.
They probably didn't work since the 60s. Ah, crap, those little stoppers are in the way here. Oh, man. Well, there's your old joy. How well do you think that works, people?
What the heck?
I don't know if these are some sort of spacers in there. At first I thought they were bump stops, but I don't think so. I wonder if there's some sort of coil spring spacer at one point.
Do they go under here?
Or maybe there's stops for the control arms so they don't bottom out.
Yeah, I think so.
Because those should be in, because we changed them in Corey's 58, that's right, they're like a bump stop.
Yeah.
So that way you don't go metal on metal.
From the guy who doesn't work on Chevys.
I try not to work on anything.
No, I'm talking about me. Getting that side off.
If it was going to be too bad, I was going to say just drop the damn bottom and I should be able to get a vice grip on the top when you get it off.
Yeah, he's getting it off. Okay, we need...
take the impact, knock the two bottom bolts out.
Then we're going to need a pickle fork.
Yeah.
For the ball joints.
Yep.
Okay, I will put the camera down and...
Want your shock action?
Gonna watch the shot go.
Yeah, we'll see if this one's as bad as
No,
No,
it's better.
That one
this
works.
one's working like brand new.
Whoa. Well, it didn't come back.
It goes down, just doesn't come back up. So is that
Oh, that bolt head broke. We'll see. We're one for two. Well, that one's got a little bit of action left in it.
yeah.
But you can see she's definitely got some bad spots.
Do we put that one back in?
Yeah, it's a factory.
I think it's a fact because it says the factory Chevys are the very old ones that have kind of that spiral.
Yep. Okay.
So we got to remember we got one broken bolt to take out when we get this apart.
Okay. Can I just weld on it?
Yeah, I think we can just weld on it and pop out.
Okay.
Oh, come on, you. There we go. Okay. It looks about... I guess we should put a little squirrel piss on there first before we knock it off. It looks like 13, 16. So I'll grab some sand.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the cotter pins out, so the bolt comes out, and then hammer in the pickle fork.
Just like that, Chris.
Just like that.
7/8. Oh, God damn it. 7/8. We're gonna use some PV blaster here.
Not squirrel piss.
Not squirrel piss. We've stepped up. Look at that. Look at the thing there. Breaks loose faster. Oh, look at that. Without the PV blast, that would never would have happened. Put the nut back in so it doesn't go wing. Is this a cheap one? This is a Princess Auto one. If not, I would say, Derek, we'll just cut it. If not,
You want me to cut it or get the other one?
I'd say fuck it, cut it.
Okay.
I remember the Tool Town one. I poured from Raymond in the pickle fork. It bent.
Well, you look at this one; it's bending.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was worse than that.
But I mean, like I said, this was probably a $5.99 piece from Princess Auto, our version of Harbor Freight up in Canada here. See, I guess most Americans probably haven't heard of Princess Auto. Like I said, we don't have Harbor Freight up here. We have Princess Auto. Also, to a very lesser extent, Tool Town. There's one left in Winnipeg. The one by the airport went out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we'll do, because I'm just bottoming it a little bit here, is we'll cut maybe, I don't know, ½ inch off or something.
Okay, sounds good.
There it goes. Holy shit! Now, how much force is that nut still under? Because I only moved it about a thread out. I still got lots of nut to worry about.
That was too tight.
Now, the only thing is, okay, folks, should we take the tension back off the jack again to let it go down to let as much tension off the spring, because now the spring's holding us, right?
Nope.
Well, because your spring's pushing back, right? It's compressed, the spring's trying to push up,
Yeah.
right? So if we take the pressure off the spring, you have less tension on the spring,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
You want the jack down there?
Yeah. You want it right out?
No.
You see the, yeah,
I would leave the jack under
I'd go
there.
up a little bit more, just before you touch it, because there's still full pressure on here, Chris.
We ended up using a little spring compressor on the side to hold the spring while we. But once we did that, then it relieved the pressure and everything.
Holy shit, she's on there tight. Guess we'll put that in the vise. Oh yeah, so it's you can see those bushings have seen better days. there's the one bump stop there. That's the bump stop I'm thinking of. That keeps you from hitting your frame.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if there's supposed to be ones here or not. I don't know if they clip right into here. If these guys possibly, I don't know, I'll have to look. Maybe look at Corey's Pontiac and see. It's kind of half-assed done. Where are we at right now? I know it's still a little compressed then. By the time I get that off, I bet you it'll be pushing, because 15.5, but it's compressed a little bit. It'll be near, be 16 near. I mean, it'll just be worn out, of course. But.
Yep.
All right, watch your hands here, dear. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. The bolt's in there tight.
Yeah.
Oh, they're heavy, thick lock washers too.
If you have a problem, if not, I'll go in.
Can you get for which one do you want to do?
I
I'll see if I can get him. Just hang on. No, not that one.
Sometimes you get lucky with him packing. Smack him.
Yeah, he's get him off quick enough.
Yeah.
One more to go.
Be nice to get a little 1/2 inch or a 3/8 impact.
Yeah, I want to get a smaller one.
Get a couple bucks from it.
Now. Okay, there are those 2 bolts. Okay. One control arm. We'll probably put your bolts in, I think.
You got them? Oh,
Yeah, they're grade 8 bolts too. I don't know if someone's changed these or if these are fact. I'm assuming they're factory.
Ball joints, decent.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I thought, because that one's been changed though. And that one even feels okay.
How many bolts do you need to put a ball joint in, fellas?
6. Evidently they don't
Apparently
fail.
6.
So that had no shims or nothing underneath it. So, is the top the same thing? 4 up on the top?
2.
Just 2?
Just 2.
Oh, they're in from the side though, aren't they?
Yep.
But those are 1/2 inch bolts, yeah, so they'll be 3/4. Now this one for sure has no shims.
I don't see any shims there.
Okay.
What size is this?
3/4. That's right here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this without getting in the car. Oh, I lied, Derek. It is 11/16.
150?
I lied.
Oh, it's gotta be down there.
I got it right here. It's on the same as the bottoms.
It happens.
Oh.
These have shims?
Not yet.
Okay. I heard
Is there a duck in here? I think Chris is farting again here, folks. Must have been that bean he had for lunch.
I haven't had lunch.
You didn't have lunch yet?
No.
That's not good. You can't march on an empty stomach, Chris. We might have to tap those bolts back, I don't know.
It's loose, just have to.
Tap it out.
Just tap. There you go.
Are the bolts possibly kind of...
Just a precision fit.
Are they spot welded in there?
Oh, they don't.
No, they're not spot welded in there. They're just tight in there.
If you want them off, I'll just put an impact on this.
Yeah, just knock them off.
How was the ball joint?
Well, it's tight because I smashed this in when I tried taking
Oh,
it
yeah.
off, but it was loose before. Like you can see how worn it is. She's terrible. I'll clean that up.
Tightened it up.
That's all I did. I just smashed it into there.
Okay.
Okay, it's the upper control arm, and Derek's just gonna, it's got original ball joint. It's got the original rivets, so Derek's just gonna grind them off, and then we'll punch them out.
There you go.
All done. Now we gotta pull this out, and then we'll quickly take it to a wire wheel, wire it up, clean it all up, and spray paint it black.
Okay, you got it, right?
I'd say 9/16.
Good job.
Might
Watch
need
your finger.
something bigger. Oh,
Yeah, he's got new arms, right? We gotta reuse this?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So well, it's almost out. What I had to do, pulled out these. These are the insides of the shaft. We actually use this as a. You can see that one's still in there, but we push this one out. We just use this to hammer on it, and then now that all the bushing's gone, it can come out. But that's not the real way. I'm thinking the real way you have to press these out somehow, but with the bushings totally flopping around, we decided just to do it that way. That's going.
There you go.
We're just not using a press right now. That's all. Stick a plate on there and hammer it.
Yeah, that'll work. I got an idea. Moving?
Yep.
There we go. No damage.
Oh. Wrong way to do it, but it's done. Okay, so we got the passenger side off. We did it pretty much the same way we did the driver's side, just with a little spring compressor. It didn't work the greatest. When we put it back in, we're going to actually get Ryan to make actually a proper spring compressor. To do it properly, we did find out that this is the driver's side. That big bend there, well, it must have bent this, because you can't get this out. It's been bent in, so we're gonna have to probably go to one of our parts vehicles and pull one off. We managed to pound out the bushings, but you still can't get the rod out. And you can see that that's been mangled over. Whereas that's what it's supposed to look like. And if I line this up there, you can see this has been pushed in, this has been pushed in a little bit, and that's preventing that from coming out. So that is probably garbage. Now we have to just pull the ball joint off with your 6 bolts on a ball joint is useless weight. Same, we gotta. This is an original one. We gotta grind off that and just pound out the rivets, and then we'll pound out these. Cause we're not, it's easier than trying to fiddle with the press and getting all these spacers done. We'll just pound them out and be done with it. We did that with the other one, and a little work, but it came out fine. But yeah, the whole front end's apart. So yeah, just pounding out these, cleaning them up. Derek's already has the other top cleaned and primed and painted, so we'll do the same with these. This side's in very good shape. It's better than that side. Must have hit something. I don't know if that's when Ryan bottomed out a couple times. It looks like an old hit, but so it could have been hit long time ago. So yeah, that one's bent, so garbage. So we'll get to pounding these things out, and yeah, that's pretty boring. So
okay, we're in at our friend's field here right now. The 55 I got on the passenger side on the lower, or sorry, driver's side on the lower control arm. It looks like it's been an axle one time, just bent in this plane and bent this plane. Rather than trying to fart around straighten it, we have a parts car here. It's actually Corey's. It's a 55 Bel Air. So we picked this up a couple years ago. This is why I'm kind of robbing parts off from mine. So we got, you can see our great axle stands, or stands here. We got some pallet lumber that we grabbed here on the way to hold her up. We got the jack, so we'll knock this guy apart and then clean this one up. And looking underneath it, it looks okay. There's no bends or nothing in it, so it should be okay. So that way we'll get this in, and then just so we can move this thing around, I'll throw my old one back on here so they can move it around. So hopefully it won't take too long. We got a better coil spring compressor today, so I'm just going to take the shock off, take the bolts out, and we'll hopefully have another control arm to go. Okay, after yesterday, I know I have a coil spring compressor at home. I couldn't find the fucking thing. This one's for a 67 to 72 GMC truck. So all we did is we took the top part that catches into here, put a plate, put a piece of 5/8 threaded rod. Now our spring's compressed. I shouldn't do this, but I get my hand up there. I get my finger up in there so we know the pressure's off. So now we'll take this apart, and rather than, spring's got a lot of force behind them, man. You got to be careful with them. So, but yeah, I got to find either find my one or just buy another one because they're not that expensive. Or I'll modify something like this to work, but that way, now we change them every day, but that way you got the proper tools.
Okay, back up working on the 55 front end. So we got Corey and Derek painted them all up, and Derek put the first ball joint in. So we just got new bushings. Always grease them, always. Even if someone tells you don't, do it. Makes it easier.
Pretty serious.
Yeah.
Nothing like using a shitty old Krager for a workbench.
Yeah, tires make good workbenches. They stay in like that, then we'll either press them in or pound them in. We'll figure out what we're going to be doing.
I'd press them. That way you have more control.
Yeah, then we'll just make put a socket on there and press them in then. And
Sorry about the wind. It's windy today.
yeah,
Probably gonna be shitty on the video, but
there's a new coil, one new coil spring.
fun fact, there's the other one. And Gabriel shocks. Cause the old one. A lot of life. Alrighty, I guess we should get back to work. Now that I got rocks in the grease gun. Okay, we managed to do one already. Upper control arm, that's all in. So that is good to go. Throw it on the grass that way threads. Grass doesn't get in the threads. Okay, then we got these our little brass bushings.
Too lazy to dig out the...
Yeah, too lazy to get the press out. I don't know how big the press is that we got, but it'd make doing a lot easier than this way, but we're good. That side's good. Alright. Might have to switch that.
Not drawing down, man. You enter.
I bet you that's the buggered end that we're having. There we go, it's going down. One more hit.
One more.
Don't tell me.
Excellently executed. Now wherever these little bolt things are.
In my pocket.
Oh, I ain't going in there. Here's Farmer Joe.
And that one needs a new lock washer.
Yeah, I'll just put it on for now though.
Yep.
So half the battle. Now we'll clean that relic.
That's the one we just pulled off the parts. 55.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Check these guys. Make sure they're
Already
tight.
done them.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did this one. Oh.
Yeah,
My bad.
that one's not tight.
No, I don't want this one.
Oh, there's a weirdo in there.
Okay, we got the driver's side spring all in. It's all compressed. The ball joints are now torqued and got the cotter pins in with the castellated nuts. Kind of made a homemade. It's a homemade conglomeration with some factory stuff. Went to Princess Auto. That's a factory. It's an old, I want to say KD Tools, I think. We went to Princess Auto to grab because the hook won't fit through the hole here in the bottom. So we didn't want to wreck the good one we had. So we went to Princess Auto, bought a cheap $15 one. Was it 16 millimeters? But you measure the OD of the bolts like 600 thou, so literally we almost put any pressure on to strip the bolt out. So we said, screw that. Took the hook part. When we get it, we'll show you. Drilled that out to 11/16, give it some clearance, welded a 5/8 nut to it. Used the hooks on the top to pull it down against here, and it's all good. So we kind of used part of a tool, made part of a tool. But yeah, so now they're in. New bushings, new ball joints, everything's torque castellated, new coil springs, new bolts for the control arms. So we should be all good to go. Like I said, that is a control arm actually off another old 55 we had for parts, one of Corey's old ones, because his this one was badly bent. It was bent in two planes. It was bent here and here. So rather than farting around, we had a parts car. It's never going to see the road. So, but yeah, so we'll let the spring off and then just show you our cheesy homemade compressor. It's just we're using a piece of 5/8 ready rod, which is B7. So it's at least a decent ready rod. So, but yeah, we'll. Springs are never something to fool around with, right, Casey?
Yeah. If you
Exactly.
Yeah, it would have happened a week later.
Slow down.
Yeah, drive slow, people. Don't drive fast. But yeah, we'll let the jack off and we'll get this out and onto the next side. This is the point of the movie goes. Is that pocket okay? Everything looks okay. So we just got to take the tension off the spring compressor and then we'll be good to go. We're gonna need 15, 16 socket.
A wrench?
No, I got the socket right here. I don't know if I need money to swivel though. I don't think you get in there. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna pull this. I don't know if I can pull it. That'll come out. Now let's see about doing this one. I can get my hand, I think, up on this one. Okay, I got that one out. And I got success. Now we did a dry run of this and it came out one way and not the other. There we go. So yeah, so this tool, you can see are kind of our half-ass here. It was too wide, two bolt holes aren't going to work, so we drilled new bolt holes, ground it down, welded a bolt in here, and it works. Greased up the thread. It actually lasted, unlike the Princess Auto one, but that is a Princess Auto tool there, so we were able to kind of use half and half. So it works. That's the main thing. One coil spring and one to go. Okay, shock is now in. Bottom, top are tight. So new shock bushing, so the Gabriel shocks a la Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill for the people that don't remember. aka Luke Skywalker. Christopher knows who Mark Hamill is.
Yeah,
He's a hooker.
still a bad movie.
Oh, Corvette Summer is one of the crappiest car movies ever made, but I'll watch it.
So on the other side, when are you gonna get your tie rods in?
I'll order them probably Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
It's that damn thing money, Chris. It doesn't grow on trees. I'm poor. If I could go right now, I'd pull my pockets and turn them inside out like Millhouse's dad, but
Yeah.
Kurt Van, I would know.
Yeah, he steals his wallet.
It's all Monopoly money, folks. Oh, we're gonna call her a day.
Yep.
Never mind that. You should see what Kevin found at the dump.
He, that Stover, did he send you pictures?
Yeah, he sends a picture.
Horse and a half.
Yeah, it's from Sheldon.
Hmm?
It's from Sheldon.
Oh, Sheldon gave it to him?
No, Sheldon owed me for doing that water pump shaft, and then Kevin gave him a couple of bucks. He says it's really nice original shape. Sheldon was cleaning the farm out.
I didn't know Sheldon had one.
No, he cleaned a farm out, he cleaned a yard out.
Oh.
Yeah, there's another message.
Yeah, in case he just ignores them.
Oh, I
But-
thought it came in
He
the
said
dump.
I'm getting it tonight.
He's getting it tonight. Like, share, and subscribe here, people. Keep
Like,
the channel
share,
going.
Subscribe, and tell your friends.
There you go. He is better than I do. I'm gonna get fired here shortly.
Yeah, we're up to almost what? How many subscribers now?
7,000.
Almost at 7,000. So we need a few more to get up to 7,000.
Who's at 30 million? Oh, Markiplier. Yeah, he's weird.
30 million.
He's weird.
But he swears too much in his videos. All he does is swear.
I'm pointing at the person that swears.
I try not to. I let the odd F sharp go. I didn't swear in this video today.
I tried very hard.
I think you did.
Did I swear? Well, I hope I didn't. I try not to swear when he's around. But any hoodly doodly. I think we're gonna call her quits there.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
Live long and prosper.
You gotta do. Oh, I can't see with my gloves right now. I can't. There you go. I do not watch Star Trek, but I know what that means.